Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. Today, a Sunshine State showdown in Florida. They believe their level of football is just a cut above. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UCF Knights, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set your...
And it breaks into the open. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Noles in a good spot here with second and short. To the air, it's Berry. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Noles look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun, running back gets to give. Fouls through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. But powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Charles. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week. And you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools. And this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Is going to go for it on 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Got enough for the 1st. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time for Florida State. Offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Takes the easy completion. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
And the Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on! Never seems to take the big hit. Finds enough room to get to the 29.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Palmer. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Here's the handoff. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on first down. It's incomplete. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Charles. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Touchdown, UCF! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Florida State, 14, UCF, 7.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Palmer. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Charles. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Charles. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
And the Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to him again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hagan. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Might be calling a hot route. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is ahead early at Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Temple. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man down the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Charles. Oh, he got loose. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense playing a bail technique. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And the try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good.
Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lacey. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Farmer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Charles. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never...